And there came a day unlike... Wait, no, that's been done. Who knows what evil lurks in... No, that is that other thing. What has yellow skin and rights? Ah, forget it. You're listening to Panelology. Excelsi, oh damn it.
Welcome to Panelology, talking about June solicitations. I'm Alex.
And I'm Jenna.
How you doing?
I'm doing good.
Good.
How are you?
I am all right. I am in that weird, I need projects to work on, but I don't want to work on any project I can do in my house spaces right now.
Mm-hmm.
Which is the worst place to be for the last year. But that is where I am. I also very badly want just a really good slice of cake, to the point where I think I'm going to just make a over-the-top cake this weekend. So if you find cake on your doorstep, oops.
Yeah. That is the best thing. Just randomly finding cake on the doorstep.
Yes. Anxiously crouched at the starting line.
Yeah.
Yeah. We should talk about comics, because there are a lot in June.
Oh my god, there's so many.
Over at Aftershock, you had picked out a pair to talk about. Tell me about Out of Body first.
This one is a really cool one. It's written by Peter Milligan, and the art is Inaka Miranda. And it's a dude who wakes up to find his life hanging by a thread, and the only way to find out who killed him is to astral project. And it just sounded really cool.
Cool. What about Bunny Mask #1?
This one's weird, man. This one's super weird.
I remember reading this description and thinking, this is very weird. I bet Jen puts it on her list.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. A person who is imprisoned in a cave during, prehistoric times, or a long fucking time ago, gets released. And then also there's a young murdered girl who they have to team. I don't understand anything that's going on here, but I love it.
That sounds right.
Yeah. I don't know. It's weird. Something sanity.
Insanity laughs under pressure. We're cracking. Over at Black Mask, Everfrost #1 of 4. This is written by Ryan Lindsay with art by Sammy Cavella. Ryan Lindsay did, I don't know if you got to read that Eternal sort of graphic novella a couple of years back. It went out of print really, really quickly. But it was about a Viking warrior woman who, I forget if she had died and was getting vengeance for herself or something, but it was really, really good. This kind of reminds me of that in a very broad way. And then Sammy Cavella is the artist on Abbott, which I always dig. This is about a woman who retired to an icy coast so that she could find her way off planet and avoid being on the wrong side of societal collapse. So, like you do, she biohacks a dead Leviathan to escape into the universe, but then gets caught up in a conflict between warlords, who are the gatekeepers for the global ruling party, and the Bloom, who are at risk of extinction living out on the water. I'm not sure exactly what that means, but I am here for it. Also, her son, who she hasn't seen since he died, shows up. So, also weird. 4-issue miniseries, but I am very here for it. Over at Boom, one that we both picked, Good Luck #1.
Hey, this one just looked pretty, honestly. All the images that I've seen for this, they're just so colorful and beautiful.
That they are. This is written by Matthew Ehrman, who wrote Witchblood, which came out this week, and which we got an early look at, and which was really fucking good.
Yeah, real dang good.
With art by Stefano Simeone.
So basically, everyone just has an amount of luck that they're born with, except for a small group of teenagers, because of course it's teenagers. It's always teenagers, right?
Teenagers with attitude.
Always. Because you said teenagers.
Well, yeah, Zordon specified he wanted them to have attitude.
This is true. Yeah, so they have to save the world, but they're not very lucky.
This sounds about right. I don't know that I've ever encountered anyone who was lucky who had to save the world. That's a pretty unlucky job title. If you stop and think about it.
You have the worst luck if that is your job.
You are a preteen, and this prophecy has decried you must be the chosen one. Oh, buddy.
Oh, sorry about your luck.
Basilisk number 1. It's going to be kind of the gin corner here at Boom for a moment.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, this is about, I don't know, it's horror. It's written by Cullen Bunn. It is about 5 individuals who have like a hive mind that terrorize small towns, and one of them escapes and goes into hiding, but now they're being hunted down. I don't know, it just sounded really cool. It was Cullen Bunn. Of course I'm gonna get it. I mean, of course.
How about Save Yourself number 1? I knew this one would be on your list. There was no question here.
This one's like, basically, what if magical girls said, actually, fuck you?
Yep.
I am here for it. Oh, you're telling me it's my job to save you because I have powers? No.
I'm the chosen one? Fuck off.
Actually, nah. And it looks gorgeous.
Yes. I will probably grab this
I was in an
too.
art mood today. Everything I picked is like, oh, it's so pretty. I have to have it.
You know, that's fair. That's totally fair. How about Buffy the Vampire Slayer Tea Time number 1?
Hey. So for some of you, all you had to hear was Buffy. But for the rest of you, all you have to hear is Giles is a vampire. That's it. I don't need to say anything else. Giles is a vampire, y'all.
Speaking of Giles, I've been rewatching Ted Lasso again. Did you ever get around to that?
No.
Oh, Jen.
Soon. I got like 2 free months of Apple TV from ordering so much Uber Eats over the past year. So I'll get around to it as soon as I sign up for free.
Let me put it this way. I am rewatching it for the 3rd time in like 4 months.
Oh my god.
And I would put it up there with The West Wing on my list of favorite shows.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Fuck, so I have to show Mike this show.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Moving on to Dark Horse, still in Jenna's corner. Apex Legends Overtime number 1.
It's more Apex Legends. Do you like Apex Legends? Cool. Do you like Battle Royale stuff? Well, that's what this is. They have to use like their celebrity status to save a town, basically. I'm here for it.
Cool. I was trying to work out some kind of Battle Royale with cheese joke, but it just didn't get there.
Well, Mirage would get you there, actually.
Yeah?
Especially if they make it with some kind of pork chop.
Okay. Black Hammer Reborn number 1. I'm reading Black Hammer in trade. It'll be like a year before I get to touch this, and that bums me out.
No, I'm working on getting caught up, but I doubt I'm gonna actually be there. However, I'm still probably gonna buy number 1 and see if I can't suss it out.
That's also fair, actually.
'Cause maybe I don't need everything. Maybe I only need as far as I am right now.
I'm willing to bet, actually, as long as you've got the stuff on the farm, the world of Black Hammer stuff is probably going to be less important here.
Right, yeah, exactly.
What is this one about?
This is about,
Also,
Black
maybe
Hammer...
some spoilers for Black Hammer here.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, definitely. Probably some spoilers here. It's years later, and Black Hammer's daughter has picked up the hammer.
And is the new Black Hammer,
Yeah.
presumably. Yes.
Well, hold on. She picked up the hammer. She put the hammer back down, and now she gonna pick up the hammer again.
Something tub thumping?
Exactly. That's exactly it.
Yeah. Parasomnia, number 1.
It's more Cullen Bunn horror. Hey.
Anytime I see something out of your list, I'm like, that's a really cool title. My brain goes, that's gonna be Cullen Bunn.
Yeah, it's probably Cullen Bunn. He's good at fucking titling things.
He is. He should... Next time we need to name a podcast, we need to just tweet at Cullen Bunn.
Yeah, for real. Please help. You do so good. It's about a man whose son disappears, and he enters the dreamscape to try and find him. And
cool.
It sounds hellish.
Moving on to DC. Batman Fortnite, number 1.
Y'all remember when I was talking about Battle Royales? Hey, y'all. Batman gonna be in Fortnite.
So we've got our Apex Legends comic. We've got our Fortnite comic. Where is our PUBG comic?
Fuck PUBG.
You heard it here.
Ooh. So Batman wakes up in a strange land. I don't know what this is going to be like at all. But if you buy the individual issues, you will get a code to put into Fortnite to get exclusive digital skins. So I'm also going to do that.
You know, I remember a couple of years ago when Marvel's editor-in-chief, C.B. Cebulski, tweeted that he had a plan to generate a comic that would sell millions of copies for the first time in forever. Since the 90s. I think this is, in fact, a more useful plan for selling millions of copies of a comic.
Yeah. Heck yeah. If at least 3 people don't do Fortnite dances at Batman, I will be very sad.
I'm gonna throw this one out there. Just secret this into the world. New Fortnite dance, the Bat-Tusi.
The Bat-Tusi. Oh, yes. That might actually already be something. It's not the Bat-Tusi, but they might already do that. I don't know. I don't care about the dances, actually. I just like to shoot people. Mostly I like to shoot bots because I'm bad at video games, but I'm good at killing bots.
Sorry, robot overlords listening to this in the future.
No, I won't. No. I mean, like, no. Don't make it so easy to shoot you.
This message brought to you by the NRA, apparently.
No.
Infinite Frontier, number 1. This is the second issue of Infinite Frontier, I guess, kinda. We had Infinite Frontier 0 in March. That sort of set up the post Future State status quo and post Death Metal status quo.
Okay.
This is the beginning of a 6-issue miniseries that picks up some of those threads from Future State 0 and deals with the larger sort of cosmological fallout. This is written by Joshua Williamson with art by Germanico. Crises were undone, heroes who were lost have come back, but some haven't, and Alan Scott wants to know why some of the JSA members are still unaccounted for. So he wants to find them. We also will pick up with Roy Harper, who we saw in not Future State 0, in Infinite Frontier 0, was alive again and kind of just wandering the American Southwest or whatever, somewhere desert. Plus, we have the kind of cosmological pieces about how the structure of the multiverse is different, which President Superman and Barry Allen will be pondering as each part of Justice Incarnate. And we had the Dark Side reveal as well in 0 that will be picked up with. So this is dealing with all those big threads. There is also Infinite Frontier Secret Files number 1. This is an 80-page one-shot that is collecting a digital first series of the same name that comes out the week after Infinite Frontier number 1. Joshua Williamson, Brandon Thomas, Stephanie Phillips, and Dan Waters write. Art is by Inaki Miranda, Valentin Delandre, Stephen Byrne, and more. And this is touching in with characters like Jade and Obsidian, Director Bones, Psycho Pirate, President Superman, Roy Harper. Basically, there are 6 digital first issues that'll all be reprinted here, or printed for the first time here. Then we have Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow #1.
Hell yeah.
Written by Tom King, art by Bilquis Evely. First in an 8-issue miniseries. Tell me about this.
Basically, Supergirl has always been seen in the shadow of her younger, older cousin, and she's fucking tired of this shit.
Yeah.
What is it like for her being her own thing?
We also have DC Pride #1, celebrating Pride Month. Also, there are Pride Month variants for, I think, just about everything DC is putting out.
Nice. This has got a lot of really good people on it.
Yes.
I'm excited.
Do we want to run down the list here quickly?
Oh my gosh, we can. Sure.
James Tynion IV, Mariko Tamaki, Steve Orlando, Vita Ayala, Nicole Maines, Danny Lore, Sam John, Sina Grace, Andrew Wheeler. Art by Klaus Janson, Amy Reeder, Stephen Byrne, Chung Lee Win, Luciano Vecchio, Lisa Sturl, Rachel Stott, Rose Stein, Ted Brent, Skylar Patridge, and more.
And more.
It's also the DCU introduction of Dreamer from Supergirl. Written by Nicole Maines, who plays Dreamer on Supergirl.
Nice.
Yeah. Crush and Lobo #1 also starts in June. It's another 8-issue miniseries. Written by Mariko Tamaki with art by Aman K. Nawalpan. Crush is doing just fine, according to the solicitation.
This is my proof that Crush and Lobo are either my family members or just basically from the same area that I'm from. Have you ever had to go pick your dad up from jail? Yeah, maybe. I have. What's it to you?
So are we counting the times when his high school buddy, the sheriff, has locked him up as part of a fundraiser where people have to make donations to release him?
No.
Okay.
No, Alex, that's an entirely different scenario.
Yeah. Then no. No, I haven't.
That's a cover your face in embarrassment, not a cover your face in actual shame.
Fair enough. Anything else on Crush and Lobo now that I derailed that in a weird way?
I think I made it weird.
Por qué no los dos?
That was me. No, it looks really fun.
Event Leviathan, Checkmate #1. Remember way back in the before times of 2019 when this book was announced?
Jesus.
It is finally happening. Written by Brian Michael Bendis, art by Alex Maleev, as originally planned. The hook is a little different here. I suspect because of all the changes wrought by shifting plans around the Generations thing and death metal and all of that it just made more sense to wait and delay this. So the hook here now is that Green Arrow has been secretly funding Checkmate, which will tie into Justice League, which Bendis is writing, with a roster of Lois Lane, The Question, Robin, Steve Trevor, Manhunter, Director Bones, and Talia al Ghul. And someone is hunting Lois Lane, a new character called the Demon Rose. It's billed in the solicitation as a thriller, and I don't know, Alex Maleev art. I'll buy just about anything with Alex Maleev art in it. But also I really liked all the Event Leviathan stuff, so there we go. Green Arrow 80th anniversary 100-page super spectacular one-shot. This also made both our lists.
Yeah, I mean, it's 80 years of Green Arrow.
Yeah.
So there are going to be little stories. It's going to be adorable. And it's got another set of great teams.
Does what it says on the tin.
Yep.
The Nice House on the Lake #1.
Oh, this one sounds so good.
You know how sometimes there are those books where I'm like, well, I saw the creative team and then forgot to actually read the description?
Oh, is this one? Oh.
This is one of those. It's James Tynion and Alvaro Martinez Bueno. I don't need to know anything else.
Yeah. Okay. Okay,
but
yeah.
for those who might want to know something else, Jin, tell me you read it.
So have you ever had a weird, slightly creepy friend who had a lot of nice connections, so maybe you stayed friends with them just to use those connections like a nice lake house?
No.
No? You're a good person, Alex. You're a really good person.
I started
I'm not
to
saying
say
I have, but if I did, it would be this book.
I started to say I don't have a lot of patience for the weird creepy types, but now I'm a little worried that, look to your left, look to your right. If neither of them is weird and creepy.
Exclusively have patience for the weird creepy type. Oh, weird. Anyway, not creepy
I was gonna
so
say,
much.
we may have different definitions of creepy here.
No, I've seen you around actual creepy people. You do not actually have the patience for that.
No, I do not.
You have less patience for it than me, and that is fucking saying something.
It's because the kind of creepy we're talking about, I can have less patience for it without it becoming dangerous.
I mean, that's fair. I mean, dangerous for who, though, really? Honestly.
Well,
we're talking
fair enough.
We're talking about me. Oh.
Let's not say anything that might be incriminating for you in the future. You already have those robot overlords after you.
Oh,
now.
That's true. God. Can't have Southern cops after me either. That's terrible. Anyway, now that we've made it weird again. This one lent itself to being weird. Yeah,
Yes.
Basically, these people have this rich connected friend who they are using to go to their opulent, beautiful lake house. I mean, if it's nice enough, I can't say I wouldn't do it.
This is going to turn into some sort of like Saw situation.
Oh, yes, absolutely. The cover is like somebody floating in a lake of bones. Yeah.
Okay, fair. Yeah, okay.
It's horror.
I mean, it's James Tynion. That's kind of what I expect. Yeah. We also have a group of annuals from DC in 2021. I'm not going to go into crazy detail here, but there are 4. Action Comics, which will look back at the House of L timeline from Future State and tie into the ongoing Warworld Rising storyline. Catwoman Annual will give us the history of Father Valley, and if, like me, you've wondered, Valley, any relationship to Jean-Paul? This will get into that. Flash Annual is going to be the final chapter of the current ongoing storyline that sort of sees Wally acquiescing to once again becoming the Flash and taking up the mantle. And Teen Titans Academy, which they are billing as the yearbook rather than the annual, which is adorable, gives us updates on a handful of characters, including the current state of Beast Boy and Raven's relationship, which is, yes. There's also a character who was just introduced who is like a doll who has been brought to life.
Nope.
That we'll get some story of.
No, thank you.
As well as Red X.
Okay.
I
have a teacher in high school who used to always refer to our yearbooks as our annuals.
I actually have heard that one, yeah. Like annual, that's a I want to say that actually in high school we may have called them annuals too.
Yeah. I mean, everybody else called them yearbooks. This is actually also my friend's mom. She just always called them annuals.
Yeah, I know we called them yearbooks like up through middle school, but I want to say in high school it's like, well, this is hardbound and it's much larger. This is an annual.
Oh my god, ours were. I mean, like they were nicer, but even in elementary and middle school, they were hardbound books.
I mean, this is like the
nice.
No, this is like
weirdly
trade paperback to, a small omnibus. Like that's maybe small omnibus is overselling it, but they were pretty chunky.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, Wonder Woman Black and Gold, number 1 of 6. This is that same premise as Batman Black and White, Superman Red and Blue, but Wonder Woman. The first one has stories by John Arcudi, Amy Reeder, Becky Cloonan, AJ Menendez, and Nadia Shamas, with art by Ryan Sook, Amy Reeder, Becky Cloonan, Ming Doyle, and Morgan Beam. We also have another collection of digital first stories. This one's a little different. It is all Black creators or creators of color. Rather than telling superhero stories or anything in continuity, this series, which is called Represent, has them telling just different stories about social change, personal histories. Some are true, some are fictionalized or semi-fictionalized. But it's been billed as a series where they can kind of cut loose and play with storytelling technique and just tell the stories they want in the ways they want and not have to hew to like traditional comic book storytelling as much.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's something different, and it's a really great slate of creators: Christian Cooper, Jesse Holland, Regina Sawyer, Nadira Jamerson, Tara Roberts, Dominique Domo Stanton, Onyekachi Akelonu, art by Aletha Martinez, Doug Braithwaite, Eric Battle, Brittany Williams, Yancey Lobbett, Dominique Domo Stanton, Valentine Delandro, and others. So yeah. It's another big, oversized one-shot. Over at Image, the most Jen book this week that Jen did not list in her list. Written by Kyle Starks, with
How did I
art
miss that?
by Chris Schweitzer.
Oh, come on. How did I miss this? I looked through Image.
The 6 sidekicks of Trigger Keaton, #1.
Fucking hell.
This is being billed as for fans of Chew and Assassination. It is a murder mystery series. I'm just gonna, since Jen didn't see it, I'm just gonna read the solicitation copy.
Okay.
The world's most unlikable action star has been found dead, and his previous TV sidekicks are looking to solve the mystery. But how can you catch a murderer when almost everyone hated the victim? Now these sidekicks are going to learn what it means to be the stars of the show. That is, if any of them survive the Stuntman War.
Oh, Stuntman.
So, I was dumbfounded when this was not on your list, and am taking a certain amount of glee in torturing you about it now.
I have no idea how I missed this. Yes, this is the literal most Jen thing.
They even They even put a pull quote in the solicitations from Chip Zdarsky.
Those bastards. One day somebody's going to come for me for a pull quote. And I'll just tell them, good book. But they're going to come to me. It's going to happen.
Yes. Also, just a quick shout out to 7 to Eternity Volume 4, The Springs of Jal. This is the last volume of this series, and I am very excited for it. Over at Marvel, we have the second half of Heroes Reborn. I am not going to dig into everything the same way we did last week, or last month. We have issues 5 through 7, which will be followed by the Heroes Return one-shot that wraps it up. We also have another spate of one-shots in this Heroes Reborn universe. Jen, you did mention Nightgwyn specifically, so let's start there.
Mm-hmm. So, go ahead.
I was going to say, it's written by Vita Ayala with art by Fareed Karami.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, you know why this is on my list, right? Do you know why this is on my list? Because I hadn't paid attention, I guess, to the last batch of these at all. Do you know why this is on my list?
Because it's Gwen Stacy as a sidekick to Night. Shoot, who is that going to be? That's Night.
It's Nighthawk.
Nighthawk. There we go.
Okay.
Because Vita Ayala's writing?
I mean, these are all reasons, but they're not the main glaring reason.
What you got?
Alex, what are these about? What is this about? What are these books about? Why does she look so much like she's trying to be Nightwing?
That would be because something has happened and the Squadron Supreme, which is the Marvel branded Justice League, is now the only superhero team that's ever existed. So everyone is kind of like amalgamated characters. We literally talked about Peter Parker as Jimmy Olsen last month.
Oh, fuck, we did do that, didn't we? Well, yeah. I don't know why I wasn't, like, red yarning everything.
I mean, at this point, I also need to double back and point out Batman's going to Fortnite. Marvel just did a Fortnite.
Well, I mean, like 2 years ago. Or did they do another one? I haven't played in a bit, but I'm going to be playing very soon.
I don't know how to tell you this, but that was like in the latter half of 2020. That was not 2 years ago.
Wait, well, okay, what are you talking about?
When they did a Marvel Fortnite book that Donnie Cates wrote?
Oh, the book. I thought you were talking about like Thanos being in Fortnite and all that.
I think there were more like characters in Fortnite, because I remember a lot of people on video game website complaining about more Avengers skins for Fortnite.
Yeah.
All I'm saying is, like, if Batman's really smart, he can actually get to the Marvel Universe through that hole in Galactus's butt or whatever.
Whatever the fuck did that.
Anyway, yes, Red String, Amalgam World, but not quite.
It's so close.
It's so close. It's so close you can taste it.
It's so close, and then there's more.
More? Nobody's ever asked for more before. We have American Nights, which is by Paul Grist and Christopher Allen. This is about Police Commissioner Luke Cage dealing with criminals who have escaped justice. We have Marvel Double Action from Tim Seeley and Dan Jurgens, which is set in the past and is about Nighthawk and the Falcon patrolling the streets of DC from the vile criminals that worked in the dark. And it's about the night that Sam Wilson died. Very Jason Todd, huh? The Squadron Savage by Ethan Sachs and Luca Pizzari. There is a more extreme squadron team comprised of Elektra the Punisher, Crossbones Cloak, and the enigmatic Murder Hornet, fighting through superpowered terrorists. And then Weapon X and Final Flight, which one could sing to the tune of Alexander Hamilton, written by Ed Brisson, with art by Roland Boschi. In a world without the adventures, the Squadron Supreme protects and defends the interests of America. But where does that leave a country like Canada? So this is like that Justice League Canada book that existed for a while. And Weapon X and Final Flight defend Canada.
Yep.
So, yeah, it's a very DC event at Marvel.
Yeah. Marvel's got something else coming out, too.
Would that be Infinite Destinies?
Yeah.
Yeah. So there are 8 annuals involved in this. The first 3 are out in June: Iron Man, Captain America, and Black Cat. In July, we get Amazing Spider-Man and Thor. And in August, Miles Morales, Spider-Man, Guardians of the Galaxy, and Avengers. You may say this sounds familiar, and it probably is, because I think we talked about it in May 2020 Solicitations.
Yeah.
Because this has been, this is one of like the last things hanging out there to get resolicited. This is basically dealing with all of the Infinity Stones that were destroyed in Infinity Wars. Yes.
Yeah.
And then went into people and became people. This is dealing with that. So each of these is billed as having a guest star. Overtime is in Captain America. That's the guy who got the time gem. In Black Cat, we see... Black Cat's a little different, because I believe Black Cat recently stole the Infinity Gauntlet. That's what Black Cat does.
Mm-hmm.
It was shiny, and she stole it. In Iron Man, we see... Quantum, yes, thank you. I didn't copy the short list that had all of that into my notes. I just copied solicitation text, because I'm dumb.
No, I just screen cap it.
Smart. We also have the I do not have all of these in front of me. I know that the Miles Morales one brings back Amulet, who Saladin Ahmed introduced in Miss Marvel. And Guardians deals with the Prince of Power, who was recently blackmailed into keeping Groot alive by Rocket Raccoon, who threatened to out him as having this power if he did not. So that is something that we've seen acknowledged already in Guardians. So all of these pieces are kind of out there. And this deals with all that. I bet we get the stones back when all is said and done.
Sure. But a couple of these, the guest star is classified.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
I'm guessing because there are a couple unaccounted for. Like, we know Star has the reality gym, and she's one of them.
Okay.
But I do think there are one or two who just straight up, we don't know yet.
Okay. I'm just a little suspicious now.
Guest starring Batman.
Yeah. I'm just gonna go over here and live in my crossover bunker. It's fine.
That's cool. By the way, I need to get you to read Crossover.
Mm-hmm. I started it.
Cool. Planet-sized X-Men. This is set parallel to the Hellfire Gala, which sort of will be spread across all the X-books in June. Honestly, we don't know a whole lot about this beyond Jerry Duggan writes it and Pepe Larraz draws it, and those by themselves are all the reason you really need to read it.
Yup.
But it seems to imply an entire X-planet.
Otherwise, why would it be planet-sized?
Well, and it also says, the Hellfire Gala rages on, but bigger things are afoot a world away. So, I don't know if, okay, so one thing that Hickman did in his Avengers run was have, these terraforming gardeners of the universe camped out on Mars. And that was recently referenced in an issue of Wolverine Black, White, and Blood that I think Ben Percy wrote that story. So part of me wonders if that wasn't seeding, no pun intended, the idea that Mars still has this, set of resources on it that could be used to make an entire planet for the X-Men. But if they're a world away, literally that would be either Mars or Venus. Anyway, there, I'll pull out my red string. Marvel Voices Pride #1. Creative team, very quickly. Kieran Gillen, Alan Heinberg, Anthony Oliveira, Steve Orlando, Teenie Howard, Leo Williams, Mariko Tamaki, Terry Blaze, Crystal Frazier, Vita Ayala, J.J. Kirby, Luciano Vecchio, Javier Garron, Jim Chung, Chris Anka, Jen Hickman, Paulina Ganesho, Jethro Morales, Brittany Williams, J.J. Kirby, Luciano Vecchio, Jean Basil Dura, and more. It's probably Jan. It's probably not Jean. It's probably Jan.
Mm-hmm. Probably. It's another good book, sounds like.
Yep.
I like everybody involved. I'm getting it.
Characters in this one include Wiccan and Hulkling, Iceman, Mystique, Destiny, Karma, Akihiro, Nico Minoru, Carolina Dean. I imagine more.
The more I read with Carolina in it, I just need her to be in every book.
Yeah, she's very good.
And I didn't want to. I didn't want to love her. I love her.
Gamma Flight #1 of 5. This spins out of Immortal Hulk. It is written by Al Ewing and Crystal Frazier, with art by Lan Medina. Basically, Gamma Flight has to deal with the fallout of not doing what Henry Peter Gyrick told them to, which in most worlds is a sane decision. The United States of Captain America #1 of 5. So this made it onto my radar because Marvel announced that it would introduce the first queer Captain America in this book.
Oh, I didn't know that. Otherwise, yeah, I probably would have gotten that too.
I believe each issue of this will have a different creative team focusing on a different, person who has picked up the mantle of Captain America around the country, just fighting for their communities.
Mm-hmm.
This first issue is written by Christopher Cantwell and Josh Trujillo, with art by Dale Eaglesham and Jan Basil Dura, and it introduces Aaron Fisher, the Captain America of the Railways. The sort of connecting tissue for all of this is that someone has stolen Cap's shield and wants to murder all of these other, grassroots Captains America.
Hey, it's Wyatt Russell. Get him. I'm just kidding. Please don't get him. He seems like a very nice individual. Please do not hurt Wyatt Russell. His dad would be very mad at you.
Yes. Even, I saw someone tweet recently that he would also make a great Guy Gardner, and it's are we just casting him based on how punchable the character is?
Yes. He was very
Evidently.
good in Overlord. Like, very, very good.
Was his character punchable?
I mean, everybody in that movie was punchable at times.
Okay.
But no, I mean,
Last
good,
one.
Good character.
Okay. Last one. Demon Days Mariko. This is the second Demon Days one-shot. We saw this character Mariko introduced at the end of the first one. This continues the story. Mariko Yoshida hears mysterious voices and has strange dreams that feel real. Her red-headed maid, who I will also point out wears a little like black hourglass in her hair, and dresses all in black, might know more than she lets on. It's dealing with that sort of world of Oni and the Kurosaki Mountain first introduced in the first part, but as we saw at the end of that one, this is in a more contemporary setting. Also, I really need to know how Logan the dog is doing, since he's apparently still alive.
Oh.
This is written and drawn by Peach Momoko. The first issue is fantastic. I'm excited for the second one-shot in the series. And I believe that is it. Did I miss anything?
I don't think so. You didn't miss any of
Cool.
mine.
Sweet. I don't think I missed any of mine either. In that case, we would, as always, like to thank Chase Parker for our intro voiceover. Panelology is a proud member of the Certain POV Network. If you're looking for other cool podcasts about popular culture, go to certainpov.com. If you want to join the Discord, go to that same website and just scroll all the way to the bottom. You'll find a link. You can visit our website at panelologypodcast.com, support us at patreon.com/panelology, get merch at bit.ly/panelologymerch, capital P, capital M, or send us questions, comments, or whatever at bit.ly/panelologymailbag, capital P, capital M. I'm Alex.
And I'm Jenna. Go read comics.
CPOV. CertainPOV.com.